Side note, the guy that showed up to this wedding, nicknamed the Stun Gun.
Stick around, make a sound, there's more Dumb People Town.
Thank you to our sponsor, Factor. Factor is America's #1 ready-to-eat meal kit. Can help you fuel up fast for breakfast, lunch, and dinner with chef-prepared, dietitian-approved, ready-to-eat meals delivered straight to your door. Head to factormeals.com/DPT50 and use the code DPT50 to get 50% off. That's code DPT50 at factormeals.com/DPT50 to get 50% off. Guys, we want to thank our sponsor, Faraday. Oh, I love them. Faraday is a family brand founded by Alex and his wife, Carrie, and his twin brother, Mike, close to our hearts, that channels their love of the beach lifestyle into clothing for life's greatest moments. Faraday crafts clothes that feel as good as a day at the beach, and they are backed by their guarantee of quality. Love these guys. Faraday has given all Dumb People Town listeners an amazing deal, 20% off on your order. Head to FaradayBrand.com/DPT. Use the code DPT at checkout for 20% off your order. That's FAHERTY brand.com/DPT. So I love certain casino games. My wife was just in Vegas, and she just played a slot machine, an old school pull the handle. She won $87. I like blackjack because I can play for a really long time, and even if I just break even, I feel like I've won because I've had entertainment. So guys, download the DraftKings Casino app now. Sign up with promo code DPT, and new customers get a deposit match up to $100 in casino credits when you deposit $5 or more. Only on DraftKings Casino with promo code DPT. Hey, Townies, welcome to another episode of Dumb People Town. Population you. Population Craig.
Yo,
Nate Craig. Welcome to the show, dude. A fan favorite.
The pride of Milwaukee, the shame of Chicago.
The shame of Chicago, the pride of Milwaukee. And look at he likes it that way. He likes it that way. Look at the flatness of that brim of that hat. It's just...
Got to keep it crisp.
Pride of Scatson.
Yeah,
got to be able to host a wedding on this thing if something
solid logo. Like it's an interdivision rival of ours and Dan's. We're all rivals when it comes to the NFC. But we're all friends when it comes to Dumb People Town. The National League Central. National League Central. We're all rivals, and yet we can sit here together and make comedy about dumb people. Why can't they do it in the Middle East?
Do you feel like the rivalry has gone down?
Cards, Cubs?
Just all of them. I don't feel the same vitriol.
Now that there's interleague play, you don't
play as many times, right?
So there aren't as many series, and it's not as like focused and concentrated.
You just don't get as many P-trough fights as you used to. And that's what, yeah.
How many game backs are the Cubs right now?
I don't know. They were they just dropped 3 when we're recording this, but I think it was like a 1.5, and that's what the takes that you guys.
So I remember Jay and I saw a comic. I wish I remember who this comic was. He was killing us. It was maybe one of the first stand-up shows we ever went to in the 80s.
Carl LeBove, maybe?
No, it was somebody who was. He talked about being at Wrigley Field and seeing somebody put his kid, because the kid couldn't reach the trough, up on the trough to pee, and then a drunk person accidentally knocked him into the trough.
I've seen guys
float away.
I've seen guys swim the trough.
No, stop. That's Dumb People Town. Well, here's
diving.
the deal. Trough guy, Nate, we're going to talk about all the stuff you got going on. Nobody becomes a character better than Nate Craig, and we got characters today. So we've got dumb stories. Daniel, let's jump into it.
Okay, you ready to do this?
Yes.
This was sent in by We Talking About Practice at not a game underscore 3. Love all of our townies on the ground and in the air who send us Dumb People Town at Dumb People Town. Right?
No, it's at Sklar Brothers hashtag and at Daniel Van Kirk hashtag Dumb People Town on Twitter.
Here we go. Uninvited family member at funeral causes havoc.
Oh boy, Dan. What do we tell you? I
kind
just
of like the end speaks to the beginning.
Dan, I think you could. We ended the way we started. They are who we thought they were.
Yeah, there's a reason. Uninvited.
Sounds like the fact I didn't get invited to this wedding.
Yeah.
Wedding and funeral. Where did it really start? Let's source the
wedding and funeral. There are
show
people
up somewhere. I was drunk when I didn't get the invitation.
You debate: is it worse to not invite them and deal with that fallout, or invite them and just pins and needles it the whole?
You got to manage this.
Just eggshell it the whole night.
Can you manage the situation?
Because there are people have these. Well, you guys are Missouri. You just spend a lot of your night looking over at them and be like, okay, he's talking to Phil. Phil should be fine in this scenario.
If you do invite them, either way, you got to have a fixer.
Right.
You also have a stay away, or you go, hey,
if
Bob's coming.
If Bobby shows up.
Right, yeah.
I want you watching the game.
But then you have another one.
You run interference. That means you get it between him and Aunt Susie. There's a lot of get over there.
But then you go over to Uncle Scott and you go, Bobby's coming. Do not talk to him. I need you to stay away.
Stay away. If you see him, you leave the room. Hey, we're not having the guns discussion. We're not doing that tonight. We're not doing that tonight, Bobby.
It's his guns. What if he brings his guns? We got to talk about it.
I don't even want you in the same line for electric slide. You're over there. You stay in the front part. I've told the DJ you get 3 requests. You stay by the DJ.
They said a little bit louder now.
I'll show you a little bit
There's
louder.
that guy, that drunk guy at a wedding. Nobody's getting low enough. He's saying softer. Get lower.
I'm in charge of the limbo bar. I'm always in charge of the limbo
I can
bar.
do both ends of it. You go right underneath my leg.
during dinner. Close during dinner. You're not serving during dinner.
They should have made.
Do you guys have weddings like that? That's a big Illinois thing where they will not
Close the bar during
dinner. Oh, that's a fight in itself.
That
I thought you were saying clothes.
No,
during dinner.
no, that's
Clothes,
John
clothes.
Roy's wedding. I gave the bartender a 20. He handed me 2 bottles of wine. Just
Dan, you have to write this book. Write the book.
yeah,
How to be the best wedding
I'll
guest
dance
ever.
with your aunt.
I'll dance with your aunt. How to be the best wedding guest ever. Dan, write it. Dan, if you don't write this book, we're going to write it. We're going to write it. We'll ghostwrite this.
I believe in you.
Okay.
I believe you're right. I believe I should. Okay.
Have you guys ever not gone to a wedding because somebody else was going to be there?
No.
No, but
No. And that is a through line to a person's life if they say yes.
I have avoided a wedding because somebody might be there.
Wow.
Might?
Were they there?
They were not there.
And you didn't go.
And you missed
I
the
didn't
wedding.
go. I missed the wedding.
Go.
No. Was it an ex?
It was not an ex. It was It was just
Someone you had beef with.
Somebody who was going downhill, and I was like, if I'm there and they're there, and that makes it chaotic, it's worse for the couple.
You didn't think you could just not do it?
Dan,
this is a
now,
real.
my rule is if somebody shows up who's hit someone in my family and they're still coming, I'm like, hey, just so you know, if he talks to me.
It was that level.
Okay.
It was that level.
Gotcha. So I love
I'm
it.
on that side.
So this is Nate being conscientious of whatever
this
person's
person.
thing. This story. This person is all about a person who's making a funeral about themselves.
A massive brawl broke out during a funeral for an elderly woman in Richmond. This comes from the Daily Beast.
She didn't want that. This is not what she wanted.
What was meant to be an occasion to celebrate the life of an elderly woman in northern
Illinois.
California.
Oh, NorCal.
Turned into a comical mayhem after an uninvited family member stormed the service.
Stormed the service.
Everybody's storming
January
shit now.
6th. I know. Jesus.
Yeah.
You can't just show up.
Yeah.
This eulogy without me. And they were not mentioned in the obit, which also pissed them off.
Yeah.
They weren't listed in the survived by.
Let me see that thing.
Right. I love a good obit. Okay, here we go. The extraordinary send-off happened in the Contra Costa County Cemetery inside Richmond's Rolling Hills Memorial Park. That just feels like a
Contra Costa is what they called
Contra Costa.
That's the mob in Sicily. Am I right?
You're close. Cosa Nostra.
Cosa Nostra.
Contra Costa is a version of the classic Nintendo game Contra. Contra Costa County Cemetery inside Richmond's Rolling Hills Memorial Park. I feel like I'm warming up for a musical.
Dan, get ready. You go on stage in 5.
Contra Costa County Cemetery, Richmond Rolling Hills Memorial Park.
Red leather, yellow leather, red leather, yellow leather.
You want to give it a try?
Red leather, yellow leather, red leather, yellow leather.
Storming grandma's funeral in the moonlight, mighty night.
Watermelon. You try it. Right? Contra Costa County Cemetery, Richmond Rolling Hills Memorial Park. You want to try it?
No.
Contra Costa Cemetery, Richmond Rolling Hills Cemetery Park.
Both of you got it.
Great.
Almost right.
Sure.
Here's the other thing. The brawl, the send-off, the crazy havoc was not apparently entirely unanticipated.
They knew it was coming. They built time in the service.
A family member brought a stun gun to the services because of long-standing family issues. If you
have to bring a stun gun.
No, if you're bringing a stun gun, you're going to use it.
This is, by the way, this is like a new Foxworthy bit. Wow. If you ever bring a stun gun to a funeral,
you might be in a decades-long family rift.
You might be in a feud.
Right. Imagine that. Should I bring it? Should I bring it?
Bring it.
Should I bring it?
you should
What
bring
if I
it.
just put it in the car?
Honey, where's my stun gun?
No.
I'm rolling by the funeral.
Don't put it in the car, because if it's in the car, you're going to wish you had it on you.
Pepper spray doesn't work on him.
We know this.
We know that.
There it is. Yeah.
We're out
spray
of
doesn't
bear
work.
spray. Put it in your purse,
God,
son.
this guy.
Dude, bring in a stunt. Also, you know what that means? There was a point in that person's life where they were like, wait, I'm just going to order it. I'm going to order it. Like you just the process of realizing you need to buy a stun gun means enough
Your
shit's
aunt's
going.
getting old. She's going to die. I'll probably need it. Let me order it.
If you've brought it to the stun gun, you've definitely brought it to Christmas.
Now,
if you
this
brought it
is-
to a funeral,
Dan,
right?
this is me being ignorant. Is a stun gun a taser?
Yeah, it's a
Yes.
taser.
It's a body to body.
Yeah.
But
it's not like
I
those
can't
things
shoot you
that-
from here.
Yeah, well,
Can I stun
people
gun
use
you
it
from here?
interchangeable. I would say for these purposes, I think it's more easily
the charge
to
is in
purchase
between the
charge
thing,
than it is
and then you
the
put it
prongs.
Oh yeah, you can shoot a little.
You don't shoot the two
projectile.
Yeah, but I don't
projectile.
think you can buy the prongs very easily. I think the average person can buy the hey, get out of here.
Cut to someone listening to this man like, oh, I know where you can get the prawns.
Or cut to people being like, you can buy them both. Yeah, Elon
You can buy
sells it.
them in bulk. These guys are idiots.
Side note: the guy that showed up to this wedding, nicknamed the stun gun funeral.
Yeah, for sure.
Funeral. Stun gun.
They
Here comes
are
stun
they
gun.
are slightly interchangeable depending on the luncheon.
Sure.
Okay, and how fun the person was.
And how much dancing
The Richmond
there
Police
is.
Department said it responded to the Rolling Hills Memorial Park at 1:30 p.m. That was we're not going to guess that because it's a
No,
funeral.
that's a funeral.
After several reports of a chaotic altercation. You're on the radio and you hear it's a chaotic altercation. Yeah.
Several
Think about
reports.
it. One of the most dangerous jobs for police officers, all the good apples, is door knocking, pulling somebody over.
You don't know
Right.
what's on the other side.
That is blank slate.
Domestic-
You know you're going into a chaotic altercation.
Right.
That is anything.
Does this qualify as a domestic violence call? Because when it's between
100%.
like boyfriend, girlfriend,
Yes.
husband, wife,
Domestic
that,
disturbance.
those are very dangerous
Yes.
for cops.
Yes.
And
family stuff.
Family stuff.
Domestic disturbance.
This is maybe slightly less dangerous. But at
Nor-
least in that-
NorCal, I'm assuming gun.
In this case, they don't even need to say I guarantee they didn't say domestic disturbance over the radio. They said the name of the family, and the cop knew all he needed to know.
yeah,
The Johnson funeral.
Oh, God.
Chaotic.
Oh.
I need backup.
Did
chaotic altercation between up to how many family members?
Oh my God. What
How
you
many
think,
do you
Nate?
guys think
Wow.
got in?
The straw
What
that
do
stirs the
you think? Funeral? You think someone's already brought a stun gun?
Man.
You think uninvited guest? You think chaotic altercation?
I just realized this. There's a lot of people at this funeral that got this guy's back.
Yeah.
Which
exactly.
guy?
The guy showing up. The
guy
guy
showing up.
uninvited.
That's right. So now you've got.
You got factions.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
There's people getting mad at the guy who brings the stuff. Who
Yeah,
brought
'cause
this
it's not 18 on 1. That wouldn't be chaotic.
No, it's 18 on 7.
Yes.
There's
25.
there's
Is that what you
odd-
say? 25 people?
I'm putting it at 25.
25.
I'm going to put it
Nathan.
at 17.
17.
14.
14. Chaotic altercation between up to 20 family members.
Oh, my God.
geez.
Right
Some
there.
of whom were reportedly armed, of course.
Of course.
Sergeant Aaron Pomeroy,
You get strapped.
Pommy.
Up this one.
great on the
Pommy.
team, the
Pommy.
police basketball team.
Pom-poms.
AP. Sergeant Aaron Pomeroy said it was an instance of family drama that started between a brother and a sister who were attending their mother's funeral who did not get along. And, quote, it goes back many years.
Yeah, of course it does.
I have
We're going to end it
every
right
family has people that you're like, well, I'm done.
now. Yep.
And for all those at the funeral or a wedding, or even Christmas, you go, if they walk through the door as I'm passing through the foyer or whatever, crossing the hall, I'll say, hey, how are you? Leave it.
That's it.
That's it.
I would say don't even do that. Give a little,
Hey.
and that's it.
Sure.
I think anything coming out of your mouth is going to be bad. It's just,
You're not even pointing to them. You're kind of over them.
You salute above them.
Yeah.
Salute.
Or you don't even, you do things that are like so general. You're like, oh, look who's here.
Yeah.
Don't-
But not to them.
Hey.
You know, it's
Hey,
real-
more
it's-
people are here.
It's real wild animal adjacent. You don't want to look them in the eye for
Right. For a lot of reasons.
Too much
Oh my
past
time.
one blink.
That's right.
Hold on. Side note.
You got
did
one
you guys,
blink.
Did you guys see that Silverback TikTok?
No.
So these photographers were in the jungle watching gorillas, right? And a storm came through. So everybody, including them, had to like kind of search for shelter.
Yeah.
And then they were in a small little clearing. Storm clears. Apes start coming out. And because they all scattered, you no longer knew. You didn't know your distance from any of them.
Yeah.
But literally from me and Jason to you two, a silverback comes out. There's a guy where Nate is, and he just like stands there, and I guess they make a noise. They fill some sort of like chest cavity sac or whatever before they pound their chest. And he's like, and then he goes, and he like walks by. As soon as he clears the person where Nate is, this person who's filmed the whole thing goes, and now walk over here. And the person just slowly like goes, because they couldn't gauge their distance. They didn't know where any of them were.
Oh my God, I'd be freaking out.
But it was like what you were saying. We were just like, I'm just going to let them walk through the door and then I'll cross.
And I watched a TikTok where this woman at a zoo or at some kind of zoo was pounding her chest at the monkey or at the silverback gorilla area. Giant thick glass like in front of the thing, and it made the monkey, the gorilla go crazy and was like running around, and then he jumps up and slams his hands on the glass, and the glass cracks.
Oh, boy.
And you're just like, they're all going to die. You did a dumb thing.
Why did
you
do
engage?
It's a dominance thing.
Do not engage.
Yeah.
Do not
Same
engage.
for this. Don't engage.
Don't
all you
get
townies,
engaged.
I'll put that
Don't
TikTok
get
out.
engaged.
So you guys see it. I got you.
Do not engage.
Do not engage.
Yeah.
That goes for the wedding sometimes and the funeral or the family get together.
20 people fighting at this guy.
Okay.
So anyway, Bobby's pounding his chest at a
brother
funeral.
was not invited. Brother's the one who was not invited.
Brother's not invited.
Right,
Yeah,
of course.
yeah.
Of course.
The brother and sister were talking and got into an argument when her boyfriend came over and encouraged her to walk away.
Smart.
Babe, just walk away.
Walk
But
away.
you know that it was one of these. Just walk away from this fucking piece.
Yeah, that's
of
right,
loser.
exactly. Walk away.
He's not
Nothing-
worth it.
Nothing
He's not
good's
worth
Never
it.
been worth it. He shouldn't even have been born. Just walk away.
He shouldn't be here. Be the bigger
don't
person
talk to this
'cause he's
mistake.
not gonna be.
Don't talk to this human mistake.
He should have been aborted. Just walk away.
Yeah, it's just that.
So-
Hey, I'm trying to break it up. That guy.
Your mom would want you to stay away from this loser.
Yeah. Look at the lengths your mom went to get away from him. She's
Grandma
in the
didn't want
ground.
us. Grandma didn't want to see him here, and you shouldn't see him
Right.
here.
Whatever he's talking to and like in front of the guy revealing all the things he feels.
There's a
about him.
reason his family left. Just like joke roasting.
Yeah, his kids don't even want to be around him. He's a cancer.
good.
That's a version of the roast battle. You versus Jason, but it's me defending
to
you
Nate,
against
right,
Randy,
exactly, yeah.
and Nate defending Randy against you.
that's it.
We're actually roasting.
This is the roast of
I'm
me,
roasting Randy,
and Nate's roasting Jay.
but it's like
So, yeah.
we constantly have to keep you back. That'd be
that's
so
really
funny and complicated. Okay, goes back many years. The boyfriend tries to. The brother started beating on the boyfriend, and that's when it escalated. I would say it already did.
Yeah.
And it became a brawl, and we started to get calls. So multiple people who aren't involved are like, get out my phone.
911.
Yeah.
There's a brawl happening at the cemetery.
Stun guys just running around tagging both sides of the. He doesn't care. He's just so excited to use the stun gun.
Dude, the second this guy rolls up to the funeral, there are 3 or 4 people at this funeral who hit 911, and they're just waiting. They're just
Somebody might have done it when they got out of the car.
911, and then I'm about to hit call.
There's a whole room full of Sergei Fedorov.
Yeah, 911.
At some point during the physical fight, the brother got into the vehicle with the intention of driving over his sister.
No.
So that's him going, I'll go. Fires
Whoa,
up the Buick.
We're already
Right.
a cemetery.
Fires up
Let's
the
do
Buick.
this.
Wow.
He attempted to drive towards his sister in an aggressive way, but instead he struck another female and sent her to the hospital with non-life-threatening.
No.
So now her people are like, oh, okay, you want to fucking go?
Let's
right?
go.
Right. And who knows what side they're on.
Get out. I'm
Now
glad you brought it.
Now the stepkids are involved.
That's right.
Sure.
No.
In the car, the brother also damaged the grass, but knocked over and damaged headstones and vases and broke a water main that ejected copious amounts of water and flooded the funeral plot. So that's the open
plot is like
for her being buried, for the woman.
Spraying in the air into the funeral plot.
Yes.
People are fighting all around.
So grandma's going to just float.
So as we all know,
This is like a one page for a fake viral video.
yeah, exactly. That's all of these are.
This is what you gotta
That's
do.
what Dumb People Town is.
welcome to
Spoken viral videos.
Anecdotal viral
We all know I
videos.
was a gravedigger in Rochelle, Illinois. That's
right, Dan.
I will tell you, riding lawnmower, you catch any sort of gravestone, they all move so easily. I mean, enough that a riding lawnmower will do, and then you
Yeah,
gotta
it's a
fucking come
big
around the
machine.
corner, back them back into spot.
Oh God.
But he knocked a whole bunch of them over. He hit a water main, which then that's shooting up into the air, filling Grandma's plot, like filling
like
her.
The climactic scene of any comedy.
We just dropped in a little Dan Van Kirk high school domino game that he played over there in Rochelle.
Knock it goes.
If anybody's got any unsettled claims in Rochelle, I think
it's the opposite of the movie Fury. I just kept saying, saddest job I ever had. And then where were we? Oh, here we go. The driver also reportedly knocked over the casket with the woman inside it, obviously.
Oh, no. Boy.
But wait, when did we get this person's name? Guys, it just says someone's name they never cited.
I think it's the boyfriend. I think there's a
oh my God,
there's a Robin to the Batman of this.
What's her name? Yeah, what's her name?
No, I'm sorry, it's not her name. But Stonebreaker, I don't know who that is.
Stonebreaker?
That either better be the chief of police or the person who runs the cemetery.
Stonebreaker? No, Bone
Break.
John Glazer.
Officer Bone Break. But Stonebreaker said the body didn't fall out, which kind of makes me feel like it definitely fell out. And they were like, no, it's just an arm, just an arm. We got it.
The body didn't fall out.
When the brother got out of the car, why would you get out of the car? You're in your own weapon.
You need to drive away.
A family member hit him in the head with a cane.
Smart. And it wasn't his cane.
Fuck,
It's like to his uncle, give me that cane. Unky, give me that.
Aunt Edna's lost her cane.
That's right.
Hit him over the cane, injuring him, Pomeroy said. They used the cane to try and get him under control. That's been his whole life. That's probably how we got here.
The cane,
you use the
side
cane.
note, the cane is also how he got out of control.
That's right.
Yeah, exactly.
Use the cane to
like
subdue.
C-A-I-N-E? Okay. They used the cane to get him under control. The suspect was hit a couple of times. The cane came from someone who was at the funeral. No shit, reporter.
Obviously.
I don't know that they ever identified where the cane come from. It's not a magic cane. This isn't Moses' staff.
You produced a cane.
At this point, the journalist is having fun here.
Right.
Yeah.
Also, the reason they're saying it is not because we can't figure out who had the cane. It's because too many people had canes.
Right.
So we don't know whose cane it was.
And they all look the same.
We sometimes get family disputes at the cemetery or at the church, Stonebreaker said. Stonebreaker has to be the person running the funeral.
Right.
This is no different.
Or the guy driving the car. He himself is a head
If you're
Stonebreaker.
digging graves, which you do with a backhoe, Stonebreaker is a great name.
That's a great name.
This was no different, but it was an especially large family fight, and they said possibly armed. This one went above and beyond. Usually, you don't get the injuries. In this case, it looked like they had some really bad blood, which was no longer pumping. No shots were fired, and no guns were found. Hey, so you know what? On that alone, I will say I love a good just outsiders fight.
Yeah. No shots
I love
were
a good, the outsiders, the socias.
No shots were fired. No guns were found. Sounds like a Leonard Skinner lyric.
Stay golden, Stonebreaker. The brother from Bay Point was arrested for felony assault with a deadly weapon and vandalism. Pomeroy said the Contra Costa County District's Attorney Office, is reviewing the charges. Rolling Hills Memorial Park said it could not comment on the incident as it's under police investigation.
Yeah.
Police said preliminary estimates from the park suggest the fight cost $20,000 in damage.
Oh my God.
We'll get out of here on this.
How old?
How old is the brother?
Guy
we know the fight's going back years.
Yep.
You know, canes were involved. A car was involved. We know a boyfriend was involved, but people have late in life
boyfriends.
Yes.
This is a late.
The hell you're gonna like that. It could have been that kind of.
I'm her boyfriend.
I'm her boyfriend, and I've seen I fought the Koreans,
Sir,
and
I
I
fought
will
the Koreans
fight you.
during the Vietnam War. I love that you can't put boy in front of your name. I think he's 61.
61 from Randy Sklar.
I know for a fact he's the older brother.
Okay. They always loved you. Someone said that.
I think he's way younger than 61.
Okay.
Because they're not scared of a 61-year-old.
Okay.
They're scared.
Who's they?
The family.
Well, once he gets in the car, though.
I know.
But keep going. I want you to stay with your vine. Stay with your vine. Ride it down.
But they got a taser. He's never done the car thing before.
Right.
I'll do it this time.
I'll
do the car.
He's not going to get in the car.
Go get it,
he's
big
not
boy.
getting in the car.
Go get the car.
Oh my God, he's getting in the car.
And the boyfriend's like, take
My fucking keys. Do my car. You'll never get the car. You can't drive.
To my car. He's threatened it so many times.
Right.
You've done so many whippets. You lost
Meanwhile,
control
3
of your
hours
feet
later,
and
the
your
fight's over. That guy's like,
Where's my keys? I threw them at him. We were over here.
You were supposed
what
to
are you
pick
going
him
with, Nate Craig?
I'm saying he is a 34-year-old man.
Okay. Jay? 56.
56.
Yeah.
Okay.
Get your answers.
The brother is taking out stones. popping water mains,
Stonebreaker,
knocking dead women's caskets over.
Stonebreaker. Love a mortician with a stage name.
Yeah. Could have been the cop too. Either way.
Yeah.
Fighting with the sis, punching the brother is 36 years old. Get to that pin.
Scary.
Get to that pin.
What a scary age. I mean, that's almost the age. That's almost mass shooter age.
I mean, you
could be
just
anything.
right? It's like
It's mass anger.
nip him in the
mass
bud
anger. The
now.
anger hasn't all the way. You know, he's still keeping it in the family. That's when people
right.
go crazy.
Metastasis.
And
But
then
at 36, it changes a lot of what you think is being, because a lot of us said, you don't need to do this. You don't need to. The older, they're like, get the hell out of here.
yeah, not only am I blaming my life on my family, I'm blaming it on society as a whole.
Yeah,
I'm blaming my family on
Keep
society.
it in the family. That's it.
Randy's going to have story 2. I'm going to have some plugs. Can I say we'll be right back?
We'll be right back.
We'll be right back.
Stick around, make a sound. There's more Dumb People Town.
Hey, gang, welcome back to Dumb People Town with the
Hey,
great
gang.
Nate Craig. Before we get into what Nate Craig's doing, where you can see him live, he's got great tour dates coming up. Daniel, tell him what people
Oh,
can
my
do.
gosh. Go to danielvankirk.com. I got a little bit of WordPress help. Remember I was saying that?
That's
So
right.
now you can see all my dates at once. Other changes and good things will be happening. But go to danielvankirk.com for all of my dates. I don't know exactly when this is dropping, but I guarantee I'm on the road, probably somewhere on the East Coast or maybe in the Midwest. I will tell you, the Yuck Festival in Boston is going to be a great thing. I'll be with our buddy Hayes in North Carolina, at Raleigh. First time I'm headlining in Raleigh, and that'll be at the theater there, the Rialto. But really, if you want to catch the good run, friends, I'm going to be doing Louisville, Indianapolis, and Rochelle. That'll be like the 8th, 9th, and 10th. Rochelle shows, 7 o'clock, already sold out. We're adding the 9. You can get those. But
Love it.
on Saturday, 11/11, my special, the Rose Gold Hour with me, Daniel Van Kirk, is at the Lincoln Lodge. 2 shows. By this point, I guarantee that early show is sold out. So get your tickets for the late show. And if you're a townie, let me know. I'll probably tell you where the after party is going
fun
to be.
time.
Oh, and for all those shows, my last quick thing, townies, come out, bring a headline. I'm going to open every show by asking any townies if they have a headline. And if you're a pen pal and you've come over here or vice versa, bring a postcard too. I'd love to talk to people as I open every single show. DanielVanKirk.com. But more importantly, Nate Craig.
What
That
do
is
you got,
hot
Nate?
shit. Special taping at the Lincoln Lodge?
yeah,
That's
yeah,
awesome.
baby.
Go see that, everybody.
Go
That's one of my
see it.
favorite clubs anywhere. I'll be
mean,
there.
You're special. Can we just say for 1 second, you're special, taped in Chicago as well?
At the Green Mill, live at
Preferred?
the Green Mill. Yep.
Preferred?
Live at the Green Mill. New one.
Oh, the new one. The new.
The new. Hot
new
off
new.
the presses.
Beautifully shot. It looks like it was shot in like the 1920s. That place has like a 20s vibe to it. It's like the old Al Capone hangout or wherever
it really
it
I
was.
can't believe I got to shoot it there.
I
That's
love that
amazing.
you did it there.
Thank you.
That's
Yeah.
amazing.
I really appreciate it.
What about dates?
Dates. September 29th and 30th, I'll be at the Ann Arbor Comedy Showcase.
Woo-woo.
Please come see me there. Free tickets for UAW members.
Amazing.
Those tickets are, get on those.
Yeah.
Would be honored to have you. And then I'll be at Hilarities in Cleveland, November 16th through the 18th. I'll be at the Turner Ballroom in Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Amazing. Nice.
Thanksgiving Eve.
I love it.
November 22nd. Very special guests on that show. And
I might
then
drive up just to watch.
Come hang, bro. Come do a set. We might have Dan Van Kirk. You just
There
heard it
you
here.
go.
An
Just
hour
announced.
and 20 minutes from the hub city.
Do it.
Madison, Wisconsin at the Majestic on December 27th. The Laughing Tap in Milwaukee.
Love the Laughing Tap.
December
I'm
New
going
Year's
there
Eve
too.
weekend, and then I will be at the Lincoln Lodge January 5th and 6th, and I'll be out with Bill Burr in October. So come find me.
How can people consume the special, though?
Consume the special. All Things Comedy YouTube channel. NateCraig.com. You'll find me.
Watch
Love
it.
it.
It's
Love
free. You'll love it. Leave a comment. Positive
And send
review.
it to other people.
Thumbs
That's
up
how
it.
good people like this get to go do more comedy.
That is the hot move. If people want to, that is really does project in the algorithm. And I don't know if people are. You guys got such good fans. I'm sure they already know this, but like liking and commenting
Is the way
just
to do it.
catapults something.
moves
It helps
because
every video.
Shows,
it helps this video.
I'll dig deep. I'll just tell people because it shows the algorithm. People must like this because other people have liked and especially commented. So then they push it into other people's.
Do you know what else also shows the algorithm?
What?
This next story. You guys ready?
Yeah.
Algorithm gets in fight.
Yeah, algorithm gets in fight at baby christening. All right, you
Codename
ready?
algorithm.
Story number 2, sent in by Carlene McDermott
You talking
at
about algorithm?
Alan Gorithm. So he was at the zoo and he tried Alan
There has to be
Gorithm.
an algorithm.
He
Right?
gorilla them.
Rory and I were just saying there has to be a Jack Mehoff.
Sure.
For definite.
Sure. There was an oral sexton in DeKalb, Illinois.
That's
we used to
hilarious.
prank call him all the time.
Oral Sexton. Sent in by Carlene McDermott at
She Be Carlene.
Welcome back, girl. Here's the headline. Man thrown out of McDonald's for outfit that left diners, quote, completely horrified.
You could have stopped at McDonald's.
I mean,
Do you know what you have to do to
what
get
you have to do to
get
get kicked out of a McDonald's? Of a McDonald's?
Right.
Wow.
So here's the deal. I am going to just say this about this story, and you guys are going to have to help me through this. I don't know who to be mad at. I really don't.
You're having your own who's the asshole?
I pinball around, and I'm in...
Say the headline one more time.
Man thrown out of McDonald's for outfit that left diners, quote, completely horrified. So we're going to find out about the outfit. We're going to find out.
But there are parts of this country where they're so fucking, let everybody do whatever they want. Stop telling me what to do unless I don't like what you're doing.
Right.
So there are people who could get kicked out of McDonald's in parts of this country for wearing a Slayer shirt.
Right. So we're going to find out about all this. Shall we get into it?
Okay.
Yeah. A man who leads a barefoot lifestyle.
Okay, I'm already out. First of all, that's not an outfit. That does not. If you're going to tell me that's an outfit, I don't care if you're Kenny fucking Chesney. That's not an outfit.
I'm mad at the headline.
Do the drive-through, you dumbass. Do the drive-through.
Or walk through the drive-through in your goddamn
You're not allowed.
stinky bare feet.
You guys pedicure it at least once a year.
Yeah, well,
I have not pedicured, but I need to.
You know what?
I support this man's barefoot lifestyle.
I got your gifts. Are you
He's on
Wait, are
board.
you a pedicurist?
No.
For yourself?
No, I mean,
all three of you got gifts.
So wait, by the way, should be, and when the strike ends, I want to pitch a show, because remember The Mentalist, which was just that he uses his mind to solve crimes.
Unlike any other detective.
I want a
Sherlock.
detective to be called the pedicurist. He solves all crimes while talking to the person who does.
it's really
the pedicures.
disarming.
But it opens like CSI Miami. Looks like this person was one step ahead. It's all foot stuff.
Hey,
Looked like they
exactly.
had a toe in the dessert.
He had a foot on each side of the line.
Yeah, they have to be feet. Okay. I'm way out on this.
Man who leads a
way
barefoot
out
lifestyle,
right now.
shunning shoes, was thrown out of a branch of McDonald's. A branch? It's not a public
Not a
library.
Bank of America.
Oh, McDonald's. this isn't part of the Harold Washington Library.
I'm sorry, which McDonald's? Oh, the Thornhill branch? Great. Okay, so the branch of McDonald's after ordering his food. So he was allowed to order his food.
Yeah, well, they don't. I mean, the counter prevents.
James Graham was in McDonald's.
It's where poor people keep their money.
Where?
So
a branch at McDonald's?
in the branch.
Yeah.
They certainly make deposits.
Was in McDonald's in Ravenside Retail Park in Bexhill, Sussex. This is England. It's across the pond.
Ravenside Retail
Park in Bexhill, Sussex. This is what I do to prepare for my theater. Ravenside Retail Park in Bexhill, Sussex. When he said he was told to leave shortly after sitting down. And I'm not going to say how old he is.
Okay.
Widower. Now are we on his side? Now we're back on his side. Am I mad at
He
McDonald's?
left, and so did my shoes. I don't know why I made
went
him
to
from
McDonald's. I went to McDonald's in Ravenside and ordered my food, minding my own business.
6 hash browns.
You're not.
What do you mean you need my shoes?
Minding my own business, I just sat down waiting for table service. Table service.
I mean,
What kind of a branch of McDonald's is
If
this?
you're doing something,
He's like, I was waiting for bottle service.
Chop, chop.
if you're doing something
chop,
that is
bottle
outside the norm, which will at the very least draw attention and very
Barefoot
possibly
in a
draw
restaurant.
ridicule,
Right.
Are you minding your own?
You're not.
business?
You're not.
Like even if you're a woman with a tit out. Are you minding your own
So what
business? I'm
you're
not saying
saying-
anybody should,
So what
physically
minding-
cost you, obviously, but like you are going to get somebody going, hey,
Yeah.
with the boob, you're out. Just so you know, you're out.
Minding my own business is a very subtle way of saying it's other people's problems. I'm doing fine.
And I knew you're right. It's a way of owning that you brought these cards to the table, but you're mad how other people play
So I'm
them.
just minding.
Dan,
It's
like
the, I'm
minding my own
sorry-
business.
Dan, it's the I'm sorry you
were
have
offended
offended
with
by
it.
my behavior.
I'm sorry.
That's not an apology. That's not
That's
an
not an
apology.
apology.
I'm sorry you couldn't handle what I was
I'm
doing.
sorry
Right.
that you're.
An apology is I shouldn't have done that.
Right. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry that you don't like that this McDonald's smells like me now.
Or this McDonald's
But I have said-
smells
I
like
have
corn.
said-
Start selling corn chips.
I've said to offended people after a show, I'm sorry you didn't like it. And I do mean it because you're right. I'm not sorry for what I said, but I am sorry that you did not enjoy the show. I would rather everybody enjoyed the
That's
show.
right.
You need to leave.
I'm sorry, you can't handle the truth. That's bad.
Yeah, you want my feet on that wall.
Minding my own business, I just sat down waiting for table service when one of the service people came up and said that I could not be in there without shoes.
First of all, service people.
Service people. Non-robots.
Right.
Non-LTD
Quote,
screens.
I questioned her about this, and she said the words, no shoes, no shirt, no service. Right? Nothing
That's
wrong
why
with
I'm
that.
still out on this guy.
To which I told her that was an old saying from hippie times in the USA used to restrict people from going into places.
Now you love this.
Sign, everywhere a sign.
Yeah, so I
Looking
tucked my hair up
listening.
under my hat and I went in to ask him why. But that is true.
Hippie times.
That is true. But we also realized it was one we were going to keep.
What's that? A fucking James Joyce poem?
But let me just say this. I'm not defending the guy.
Good.
But there was a time, Randy and I were trying to write a bit about
nursery
this.
rhymes in this McDonald's.
I guess to be fair, nobody said his feet are disgusting, and that's what I'm picturing.
I'm
So
picturing disgusting.
If he's
If he's a
petted,
barefoot
if he's got the
lifestyle,
petty going,
he's needing just
whatever.
walk.
Dan, two things.
There.
One, everyone wears flip flops. So people's feet are out all the time. That's one.
Dogs
Two, there was a time in this country where you could if you walked a dog too close to a restaurant, the owner would come out and be like, "Get out of here. We have an A rating. Get your dog out of here.
Don't walk it by the patio."
Okay. Now people carry their dogs into 5-star restaurants and sit them down on the floor. You can't have a dog in a
on the
restaurant.
floor.
Or hold them on the table.
Give him a chair. They give him a table.
Give him a table. You
Put him in
can't
a
have
high chair.
a dog in and around the food.
Sure.
You cannot do that. That is unsanitary as a guy
At
without
the same
shoes.
time, if all your chairs are bolted down, what are we really going for?
You said that before.
If you can clean the whole place with just a hose,
it's not a restaurant.
Not a restaurant.
I had shoes optional.
If the menu is on the wall as a thing, and it's lit up, that's not.
Also, it's
if you're
contextual.
if you're pressing a button on a cash register that's the picture of the item,
food.
that's not a restaurant.
I'll be done in a moment. Go fire up your pressure washer.
Go fire up the pressure
Also, it's
washer.
contextual,
We're
right?
Irish. We're
Put a
way
McDonald's
Irish.
right by a beach. You're going to get people with no shirt, no shoes.
Dan just said it, though. You're right. If you put a McDonald's by a beach, you're going to get a lot of no shoes. That's
And
right.
no shirts.
And no shirts.
This
And
is England.
You put
There
one
are
in
no
Rochelle, we're going to be like, the fuck you doing in here?
Get out of
so,
here.
but she was having none of it. She went to get the manager who said, I may cut myself. If you're walking around, you might cut yourself. I'm like,
That's true.
Is there sharp? So he's looking about the liability. He said he thought the incident was a bit silly, as he added he was sitting right next to a play area, which James said was often full of barefoot children playing. So he's like,
Well, now he's got a point.
he's like, I'm now claiming that I'm part of the
And
children's
I would say to them, and if you want to become a small child and go into the play area, we've got no problem.
Right. How old are you? If you walk into that play area, you're arrested.
Right. That's like saying well, why can't I be in the bride's dressing room? There's plenty of women who are her friends in there.
Why? Yeah.
Why
I'm her
can't I
friend.
poop in my pants? That baby just did it.
Baby just did it.
Baby just did it.
if
Now
you
I'm
get
a bad guy.
You get a diaper, you can poop wherever you want.
Technically, it's just the poop. The baby keeps the poop in one place a little bit better than you do.
Yeah,
So
he's gonna have shooters.
That's
Yeah.
right. You're gonna.
A lot of blowbacks.
Yeah, it's like the Kennedy assassination, multiple shooters. All right, here we go. He said, I spoke to the head office and emailed them. They said it was down to the franchise manager on the site. So I love that the head office of McDonald's is like, hey, man, that's your call.
It's your call.
Because they got beaches.
Thank
It's
you.
out of our
Beach
jurisdiction.
McDonald's. This is Dan's Beach McDonald's
But also,
theory.
you do know if they don't say anything, and he cuts himself, right?
He can
and
sue.
then he sues.
Yeah.
His lawyer is going to go, these employees knowingly allowed this man in
that's
here
right.
and did not tell him to leave the premises,
So they
thereby
need to
making
say it.
him feel he was insured that he would
That's
not
right.
cut his foot.
Right, right.
They are at fault.
Nobody told me this coffee would be hot, so I spilled
Dan,
it on
I want you to
myself.
be a McDonald's lawyer.
If you read all that coffee was about 10 times hotter than
Doesn't
it
matter.
ever should be.
Doesn't matter. Lady, don't get the
I
coffee
think
and put
it's
it on your lap.
strange to make these decisions in a split second when I'm doing no harm to anyone. So now his problem is with how quickly the decision was made. It might have not been made quickly. This might have been talked about. Hey, should we allow people have bare feet in here? I think it's not a problem. And then someone else is like, I think it is a problem. Let's have a discussion about it.
Right.
Guess what? No bare feet in here.
He's filing. He's doing what Trump does. He's filing for what do you call it?
I know. Countersuing. All right. So in 2013, I had a life-changing experience. My wife passed. Now I'm on his side. And since then, I've just been living life. Life is too short
Sounds
to
weird
not.
as he's happy she's passed.
Life is too short to not do things you think you might want to do. You think you might want to do. James said he has run 20 marathons in his bare feet. So now that to me seems like I've done a marathon in these. I'm cool to go.
I'm back on board with these feet
Barefoot.
being gross too.
Barefoot lifestyle. Yeah, I mean,
But they let him order barefoot lifestyle. You just can't eat in here.
Right. He ran the Eastbourne half marathon last Sunday and is planning to run the London Marathon this year sans shoes. He added his barefoot lifestyle has had mixed reactions in the public, of course. James said some are completely horrified and don't understand. Horrified. Come on.
Well,
other people fully support
gross.
it and say they wish they had the courage and freedom to do it. Courage and freedom is going a little too far. Nobody has said I wish I had the courage and freedom.
Let me ask you this, guys.
What freedom?
This guy shows up to your grandma's funeral or your wedding
barefoot.
parking lot's all yours.
Yeah. You can stand back there, get your taser out, and get the cane.
Parking lot's all yours.
Wouldn't you go, come on, what are we doing, buddy?
Exactly.
What are we doing? Today?
And McDonald's.
I don't wear these shiny ass shoes every day.
Yeah,
you don't wear shoes every day?
Graham didn't live a shoeless lifestyle.
She lived a shoed lifestyle.
Shoed lifestyle.
So this is the equivalent of a person saying, I don't eat fish, or I'm a vegetarian, and maybe there isn't a vegetarian option, so they bring food to a wedding to like. Instead of just eating the salad and eating some bread and then having the dessert.
I'm sorry,
your choice at your wedding is this, so I'm going to take out a whole meal that I brought and draw so much attention to me.
Would do? Say, run it back to the kitchen, they'll plate it for you.
Yeah.
Because then at least we're bringing it
Now
out.
it looks like it came
Here's my theory on this dumb.
That is going
smart.
Here's my theory on this dumb
Dan,
guy.
write it and put it in the book.
I should.
Here's
my theory on this dumb guy.
Yeah.
He is essentially Halle Berry from Monsters Ball,
Right.
and he wants McDonald's to be Billy Bob Thornton.
Right.
His wife's dead. He just needs to feel something.
Right.
And so he's going to go in here and get in a fight.
He's Charlize Theron from Monsters.
He knows that every marathon has to clear him.
Billy,
to not
First
wrestle
of all,
for
his
Monsters,
wife was wrong about his toes. Okay, let's just start there. His wife
You
was wrong
said
about
I had hammer feet.
He's got very nice toes.
Yeah.
Sure.
And they deserve to be free.
Yeah.
And enjoyed, quite frankly.
Stay barefoot, pony boy. That's what she said to him.
Stay barefoot.
And
So he said at
She
McDonald's.
said to him, put on some shoes or I take my own life.
A McDonald's
And he was
spokesman.
like, here's a taser.
Yeah.
A McDonald's spokesman now has to release a statement about this. How happy was he that I got to write this? At McDonald's, we want to create a welcoming environment for all of our customers to enjoy their experience. The Bexhill team informed the customer that for his own safety and for the comfort of other diners, all customers are asked to wear footwear in the restaurant. When he refused, the customer was allowed to remain on this occasion and finish his food before leaving. So they're like,
What
we
is
did
he even complaining about?
Why is he
then?
complaining?
So he sent all those emails. I would have written back and been like, did they kick you out? And he goes, I wasn't kicked out. And then you go, oh, cool. Have a good day.
I got to go back to the headline here.
Yeah, which
just the
is-
description of the other customers' reaction.
Horrified. One
Also at his
Horrified.
outfit. Wouldn't it be, is it lack
at
of
the
outfit?
outfit.
Yeah. Shouldn't it be lack of outfit?
Yeah, or just at his footwear.
Appearance.
Appearance. All right.
Horrified. And also, we haven't heard from one customer being
Yeah, we got to hear
horrified.
from another customer.
No
Is this all this guy's Yelp review?
Just this guy's Yelp
Yeah,
review.
I'm
We're gonna
I'm
get
starting
out
to
of
come
here.
around.
We're gonna get out of here on this.
I think I hate the journalist the most.
How,
an ass.
exactly. I hate the
He's an
person who wrote this story. How old is the widower,
Shoeless
the
Joe
bear?
Jackson.
Well, this
Shoeless
is
Joe
tricky
Jackson.
because you feel like he's an old cuss, but he's running marathons.
Right.
So
How old
I'm
is
going to
he?
think but also he said, I'm now living life. Which
Right,
makes me think
he was in a prison,
living life.
of his wife's design,
Living
okay?
life.
And now that she's gone,
But
he's
you're
doing
going to put
the
him
thing.
above 52?
I'm going to put him up there because I think
Running
that-
marathons?
Well, I mean, he just
Never
didn't
know.
realize he didn't realize what his full potential
guess
was.
you're
Thank
right.
you.
I guess-
How old is he?
I'm going to say he is. I wouldn't put him above 52.
Go for it.
Go for it.
You're the guest.
52.
I think that's a pretty good number.
Yeah, I like
Did
it.
you-
I like it. 52.
I was gonna 50, early 50s, 52. Fine, I'll take 52.
What do you think?
43.
Daniel.
I don't want. The reason I don't want to make him young is because
Because you don't want a young person dying.
Exactly.
I understand that.
Although he could have old time.
Maybe, exactly.
Right. And I mean that in a beautiful
She
way.
could have robbed the cradle.
He is 47 7 years old.
47, 43, 52. Get your answers in, townies. When we come back, we'll let you know what we've got.
Oh, I almost thought you were going to say we'll give you the answer. I was like, man, we've never hard teased like that. No, people will riot.
Get your answers in, townies.
Do you know what this funeral will be like if you do that?
Bring their tasers and your canes because
Barefoot Contessa.
The Barefoot Contessa. The Barefoot Run.
Contested.
The Barefoot Run Tessa is 55 years old. Nate Craig having a day.
Can I get an assist?
Yeah, for sure. 100%. That is
Nate Craig having a day. Jay, give us a little teaser of what we're going to have in segment 3.
Let's just say you can't count the marathons I run on my toes anymore.
Right. Also, he could have ran them 15. Oh, he's doing it barefoot.
Yeah,
and I feel like he started that
after she died.
Still, she's
2013, so she passed. Yeah.
Unless she was 15, 20 years older.
Dancing with his naked ass toes on his wife's grave every day of his life.
Probably people who are
Put your feet in the sand.
Dad, like he's getting
Enjoy your
dad.
life.
Dad,
what the fuck?
Just put shoes on. Goddamn shoes on. It's so
For the
weird.
first time in my life, I feel free. You want me to walk through the drive-through at McDonald's?
This is Banshees of Inisherin.
Also, have you seen a floor in a McDonald's? Do you want your bare feet on that?
But
I just like walking through the syrup.
They're saying weak. You don't know what's on.
He
this
wants
floor.
the disturbance.
I read a study once. They're the cleanest of all restaurants.
The cleanest of all restaurants.
I like my feet on the.
Mine is a quick little story about maybe the most brilliant dummy in Dumb People.
I love it. Brilliant dummy in Dumb People Town. Nate Craig's with us. We got one more segment. Stay here.
Stick around, make a sound. There's more Dumb People Town.
Hey guys, I want to talk to you about our friends at Faraday Clothes, Faraday brand clothes. They're the best. Every day I'm lifting up my leg and showing you the Legend sweatpants that I'm wearing. Jay's wearing a sweatshirt. You wear that on stage all the time. We wear Faraday clothes, at least one piece of Faraday clothing every single day. Why? Because they craft clothes that feel as good as a day at the beach, and they're backed by Faraday. They're just so good, backed by their guarantee of quality. They stand behind everything they make. These are pieces of clothing you will have for many, many years. Our entire closets are filled with this stuff. This fall, we're all in on the Faraday laid-back vibes that meets the classic styling.
Yes.
Just got
They have the softest flannels ever. The Legend sweater flannels are the greatest, softest things ever.
I got a blazer that I absolutely love.
I got the pants.
Look like denim, but feel like sweats.
I got the chino.
The chinos are the greatest things I've ever had.
They're so soft and comfortable and stretchy. I love these clothes. Like when my kids go, I got the rugby style shirt. When my kids and my wife go, what do you want for Father's Day? I'm like, you don't even have to ask. Just go to Faraday and get me.
Faraday. What do you treat yourself?
I love supporting them too because it's twin brothers. It's a family business. They're wonderful people. This is a great, great way to support a great brand that has unbelievable clothes that last for years and years and years. How do we know? We are customers of this brand without even before they even sponsor the podcast.
I said I have the Legend sweat pants on, the Legend sweater shirt made with 95% lower impact fibers, less plastic, less fossil fuel combustion. They take into account the environment. These guys are socially conscious and very cool. So here's what we're going to do. Faraday is giving all Dumb People Town listeners an amazing deal. You ready? 20% off on your order. That's incredible. Head to FaradayBrand.com/DPT. Use the code DPT at checkout.
That's FAHERTY brand.com/DPT. Guys, picture this. You step into a world of non-stop action, and you can do it on DraftKings Casino. Play the classics like blackjack, roulette, and slots, plus enjoy exclusive games that you cannot find anywhere else. Right now, new customers can get a deposit match up to $100 in casino credits when you deposit $5 or more. All you got to do is sign up, use the code DPT, make your deposit, and start playing from a full suite of games. This is so much fun. Your way is the only way to play on DraftKings.
Is there anything
Casino.
more exciting than playing the slots at the casino? I absolutely love it so much. My wife was just in Vegas.
I love it. It's
just
safe,
won $87.
DraftKings Online. I love this casino. It's safe, secure, reliable, so you can deposit and withdraw your cash whenever you're ready. I love it so much. And we
to
have
play blackjack on your phone, that would be so much fun. Roulette. How about roulette? There's just the excitement of the ball spinning around. I love it so much. And DraftKings makes it super easy for you to do this. I love the match, the money match they give for you. It's just fantastic.
And it's fun, and I like that they're supporting this podcast. So tell them what to do, Randall.
I'll tell you what you do. Download DraftKings Casino app now. Sign up with promo code DPT, and new customers get a deposit match up to $100 in casino credits when you deposit $5 or more, only on DraftKings Casino with the promo code DPT. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Michigan, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, West Virginia. Please play responsibly in partnership with Hollywood Casino at Charlestown Races in West Virginia. All games regulated by the West Virginia Lottery in Connecticut. Help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. 21 plus. Physically present in Connecticut, Michigan, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, West Virginia only. Void in Ontario. 1 per opted in new customer. Minimum $5 deposit. Max match $100 in casino credits, which require one-time playthrough within 7 days. See terms at casino.draftkings.com/players choice. Restrictions apply. Okay, gang, the busy fall season already in swing. You might be looking for wholesome, convenient meals for jam-packed days. I know our days, your kids are at practice and they got to do after-school stuff. And how do you figure out a time to actually make meals that are really good? You're too busy to cook. In the fall, too, the nighttime is coming quicker on you. I want to talk about Factor because they're amazing. I love that they're sponsoring us because we love their meals. It's America's #1 ready-to-eat meal kit. They help you fuel up fast for breakfast, lunch, and dinner with chef-prepared, dietitian-approved, ready-to-eat meals delivered straight to your door. Save time, eat well, stay on track with your healthy lifestyle.
I want to talk about this because I know Randy's wife is an amazing cook, and my wife cooks a little bit, and I cook a little bit, but we're not as good as she is. All right,
this is perfect for you.
The problem for us is we make the same 4 things over and over and over again in our lives until Factor jumped in.
That's right.
Now Factor's in the mix, and I'm eating a variety of amazing gourmet meals that are incredible that my kids like, and they're so psyched because they're like, whoa, this is something we've never had before. Poblano beef?
Yeah. Cranberry pecan chicken and apple Dijon pork chop.
Boom!
Ready in just 2 minutes. Satisfy your fall cravings. My mouth is watering as I say this during a busy season.
That's right.
Without hassle. Level up with Gourmet Plus options prepared to perfection by chefs ready to eat in record time. Treat yourself to upscale meals with premium ingredients like broccoli, leeks, truffle butter, and asparagus. The dietitians approve all this stuff. We love it. Jay and I are huge Factor fans, and I know Dan is too.
All right, so head to factormeals.com/DPT50. Use the code DPT50 to get 50% off. That's code DPT50 at factormeals.com/DPT50 to get 50% off.
Stick around, make a sound. There's more Dumb People Town.
Hey guys, welcome back to the show. Before we jump into
I just know we had
three.
commercials, but I loved your outro. I like that change.
Thanks.
That long here.
Here
like
with
that.
us.
Where are you guys at? What are you doing? Come on.
Hey, we got lots of stuff. We're going to be in Fort Collins. Never been to the Comedy Fort. So excited. October 6th.
David
that place
Rodriguez.
is dope.
David Rodriguez.
Isn't that amazing? David
He's one of
Rodriguez,
the best
so good.
dudes.
One of our fans is going to take us to play golf. I'm so
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
at the Fort Collins Country Club.
I'm so excited.
Dope.
Quick dumb question.
Yeah.
Balls move farther up there?
They do.
Oh,
They
yeah,
will, I'm sure.
Maybe. It's
They
like
do.
they put all the
I would
balls
think
in
so.
it.
I would think so.
They put all the balls, including mine, in a humidor. So we got there on the 6th, 7th. We're going to be in Springfield, Missouri on 9th.
Blue Room?
Blue Room. I'm very excited to do that on the
10th and
11th of November. We might be doing our 2-man show, which was called Twin Dads. It might be called
You know, it's
Surviving
crazy.
the
You
Vince.
guys are in Missouri on the 10th and 11th. I'm in Rochelle. Rory's up in Minneapolis. Patton's in Madison. Sickler's in Batavia.
We're all comedy's getting out there.
Yeah.
So we might be doing the 2-man show that we did here in LA at the New York Comedy Festival. We're sort of working on getting a
Sunday
theater
the
for that.
12th is the
Sunday,
day.
I
November
will
12th.
encourage everyone to go out and
Please
Hell
come
yeah.
out to that. And then we'll be at Hilarities on the
December 1st and 2nd.
First and
Hanging with
second,
Nick and Sam?
and then
Love them.
we're in Seattle. We're in Portland at Helium on the January 4th, and then the 5th we're in Seattle at the
Crocodile part of the Comedy Fest.
We just booked. We're going to do the Comedy Works South that final that weekend in January,
starts
beginning
into
of February.
Yeah,
and
31st,
then
1st,
there's so much stuff.
What
Then
about
Mark
Tag It?
Ridley's Comedy Castle doing Tag It. We'll do another one at
Tag it's
Largo.
one of those things that to me, it feels good to be able to guarantee this, and also because you guys are friends. But you remember, you could say it's still a great time, but a heyday of like 6-7 years ago, you'd be like, you're in town, go to Roast Battle, right?
Yeah.
You'd have that confidence, right? Which
Yeah.
you still totally can.
Sure.
But newer on the scene and just as great is telling people like, go to Tag It.
Go to Tag It.
Go to Tag It. Because the lineup's going to be fucking great.
Yeah.
You're going to get to see comedians being friends.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to get a green room peek. And you're going to see some people's jokes get billed. If somebody was at my Moon Tower show years ago with you guys, they were there seeing when the rhetorical bit that ended up on the album
I love it.
was tagged by you
It's
guys.
so fun. So last night we did it at Largo, and it was Patton and Sarah
You guys should
Silverman.
look into certain places, pick and choose. Late night Saturday.
Doing that show.
Local tag it.
Maybe.
And you do it with those.
Or late night Thursday.
But you know what you could do for those comics?
So fun.
Be really fun.
One of the best
really
things when you
fun.
go to a city
Right.
and some comics are like, I'm working on this. And you're like, here,
Yeah.
I've been 2 years in. This is what you need to,
it'd be like Kill Tony, but cool.
Right.
Yeah, and helpful and nice.
I love that show.
But I like my favorite moments of Gil Tony is when they're like, let me
give you advice.
We used to do that on that
I know,
show.
me too. I got told I was
we'd
too
rip
nice.
somebody, and then we'd be like, okay, now
roast
here's
them, and
what
then
I want
you-
you to
Yeah,
do.
1 for 2. But
So anyway.
and you guys could do that. Local tag it, late
Local
night.
tag it, but we have one on November 6th. We got another one October 13th, or is that what it is? October 13th, yeah.
Yeah,
Or
Super
18th.
Sklar.
I'm sorry, 18th. At,
Sorry, I didn't mean
to.
to trash another podcast, but that's so hot right now. Podcast
Trashing.
on podcast violence.
Nah, I can't do it. I love that. I love that show. Anyway, that's superscholars.com, Jay. Go for
Take
it.
us home.
All right. Here's the headline.
Okay.
Man steals backhoe, which I want to be a person.
I would that to be a person. so
Man
bad.
steals backhoe for, I'm not going to tell you how long.
Funeral fight?
No, for how long the drive is.
Dan, you know the backhoe, right? Is that what you used to dig?
what you used to dig.
So
Okay.
man steals backhoe for a certain mile drive
Okay.
to Illinois airport to catch flight.
Damn, we could have played Who's State.
This,
Oh, shoot.
It's okay.
shoot.
It's okay. It's
Illinois airport to catch a flight?
It's more our area than yours, though, Dan. A
Ooh.
Southern Illinois man has been charged with theft for
What
allegedly
airport?
stealing a backhoe to drive about how many miles
Moron. This is
to an airport to catch a flight, authorities
I mean,
said.
do you just leave it at the front there and just get off of it and go?
You stole it. You can leave it.
The
right.
red zone is for immediate parking of backhoes. What do you say? How many miles did he steal and drive this backhoe?
I can't believe this. I would have
Miles.
never guessed Illinois, but
You know he's on the shoulder. You wouldn't guess Southern
11
Illinois?
miles.
11 miles,
Yeah.
Randy.
What are you going with, Nate? You want to go last? I'll go.
in a backhoe?
I'm gonna
Yeah.
go 3.5.
3.5 miles.
Yeah, it's down there. I'm gonna to the airport though.
Airport's far. I don't know where it is, but it's
I'm gonna say he
too
went.
far.
I'm
Especially
gonna
in
say he
Denver.
went 5 miles.
5 miles. So 3.5, 5, 11. One of you is 1 mile off. Do you guys
10
want me-
miles.
10 miles?
6 miles.
2.5.
Get your answers in. Shout at your ham radios. 10-mile drive.
Yeah!
Wow.
10 miles.
That's-
skid.
I can tell you why you're
long
late
and
to the
backhoe.
airport.
9-mile drive.
Why would you take a backhoe?
It's slow driving.
Exactly. You want-
Security
you wanna
camera footage shows a Carbondale man
Carbondale.
driving,
SIU
Partier.
Carbondale.
Partier.
arriving at Veterans Airport of Southern Illinois atop a backhoe and leaving it in the airport parking lot Thursday.
Nobody. Hey, old adage. Nobody tickets a backhoe.
That's right. Where are you going to put it?
True.
Where are you going to put it? On
Doesn't even
the
have a VIN.
Does a backhoe have a wiper? A windshield
No.
wiper?
No, Dan, does
Most
it
of them
have,
have windshield-
can you stick it in the thing in the back?
No.
so-
you could tape it to the
Tape it to the
front.
thing.
If you're cheating on your side piece with another woman, that should be your backhoe. You got a side piece and a backhoe.
You're cheating on your side piece with a backhoe.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Right. All right. Footage captured the man walking across the street from the lot to the airport lobby. This is my favorite detail. Of
I
this.
love that he pulled in the lot.
Favorite detail of this.
Yeah.
Carrying a guitar case.
gotta
Is it
get on
Bob
this
Seger? I need to know.
Don't put me in a box.
Don't.
right.
You can't guess
You
who I am.
don't know who I am.
You had better be Bob Seger.
Like a rock.
Because you do this in 1971 and it becomes legendary.
song.
You aren't even arrested. They're like, you believe this
Do you
son
remember
of
when
a
Jim
bitch?"
Croce stole that backhoe and drove it 10
I
miles?
want his name to be-
Operator.
I want to
He was the
Can you
operator
help me
of
take
the
this
backhoe.
It
hoe?
makes the rambling all the more impressive.
It totally does. It totally does. The owner of
I
the
want his
back-
name to be Edmund Fitzgerald. The wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald.
The owner of the backhoe arrived
Love
at the
it.
airport a short time later. He probably walked and was right
you know
behind
he
it
did.
the whole way.
You know
Give
he
me
did. 10 miles?
back my backhoe. Short time later, and identified the equipment as belonging to his company, the sheriff's office said. The owner said the machine, typically used to move large debris
Sure.
or men with guitar cases,
Yeah, move him down the
had
street.
been parked at a job site.
Of course.
So this guy hops on the thing, but like,
Doesn't
do you
have-
leave the keys in? Like, how does that work?
Dude, I love that he knew how to
With
drive
the
it.
backhoe, was there a key or was it a push starter? Or how
no,
do you-
there's a key. I mean, well, the one we had
So
was.
then whose fault is it? Don't leave the keys in the
Can't leave the
backhoe.
keys.
well,
the
but then,
backhoe.
I mean, have you ever lost the keys to the backhoe?
That's true.
Brian will have your balls.
That's right. We can't make those down at the hardware store.
What do you think he was doing? I'll walk to the airport. He's
You
on
gotta
drugs.
go to Caterpillar. Get
Just
new keys.
just get a lift.
But I mean, to me,
He did.
there's on some level, it's amazing that this guy was going to make a flight.
I know.
But it's
Did he
so
get
rock
on?
I think he made his flight.
Great planning.
Got out of there
That's
like
pretty
Ted Bundy.
Yeah,
Dude, that's
right.
pretty rock and roll to like steal a backhoe
Steal a
just to get
backhoe.
to the airport for your
Right.
next
That's what I'm
gig.
saying. This would have been legendary in the 70s or 60s.
I want
we would
the
still be
song.
telling this story.
Stealing
Dude,
about.
I think it's John Mayer. I'm not saying it's John Mayer,
I hope
Why
it's John
don't we steal a backhoe?
There you go.
Why don't we steal a backhoe into the airport?
All right, you guys.
That's it. That's the show. Hey, Nate Craig, go see him live and go check out his special, which is called
Live at the Green Mill. Come see me in Ann Arbor, backhoes.
Love You Guys.
Love you guys.
And oh shit, we got to get back to work.
Stick around, make a sound. There's more Dumb People Town.